a brand new home. For across the river, can you hear freedom calling? Calling me to hands, so I gotta keep on, keep it on. We can feel it in our bones. We can feel it in our bones. To a brand new home. For across the river, can you hear freedom calling?
Hey, all right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Dash. I want to say and give double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to the elect. Lord willing, we some of those men and women that believe in fear. In the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, I'm my brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii. Coming to you with a real quick lesson. I'm going to make this quick and to the point. You see it. You know, these are our people. Right? See, a lot of people, you know, when we say these are our people, they can't understand it because in this world we're taught to be carnal, to think after the mind of Esau, right? Just because somebody look like they're other nations don't mean that they're of that nation, right? And this is why the scripture says in Romans 8, it says, what? The spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the sons of the Most High. Now, this girl got life in her. Like, ain't no Edomite is singing like this. Right, and she looked like a so-called white girl, so we know that her father is looked like a so-called white man. He has to be an Israelite because the spirit of the Lord is in this child. Right, you could hear it. You could hear it coming out. I was looking at some of the comments, and old girls right here says, "I hear my people, but I don't see my people." Well, this is your people, right? You don't see them because you can't see with a spiritual eye, right? That's because we are the same in our souls. We're not all the same, right? The scripture says what? In the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, for his wife, because she was barren. And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she said, and she went to inquire of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right? And it says right here, one nation will be stronger than the other. Right? Let's look at that word for stronger. Right? 2 nations and one man separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger. The word for stronger there is aimas, which is stronger, alert, courageous, brave, stout, bold, right? The strength and secure, harden, make firm, the abstinent, assure, exhibit strength, and feel strong. And that's Jake, man. That's Jake. This little girl was getting down, man. She's in her room in her privacy playing with her little brother with toys. And Jake is coming. The Jake in her is coming out. The Jake came out of her. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. The Jake came out of her, man. And this is why the Lord said he don't judge a man by his outward appearance as man judgeth. And that's where you get that at. Like I saw a video earlier, this guy that like an Edomite yelling at a Jake, calling him the N-word, talking about he going to hang him because of what he looked like. He don't know this man. Right? Esau judged on the outward appearance. The man judges on the outward appearance. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai judges on the inward man. Because he see the spirit of this man. And if this spirit of the man was a wicked man, and it goes back to that of Esau, then you're an Edomite. Right? Because ain't no righteous Edomites. Ain't no Edomites going to sing with soul like this, bro. This girl can, if she keep doing it, keep singing, man, she can go places, man. Right? But because she looked like a so-called white woman, she gets the advantages of being a white woman in this society. But this is an Israelite child, right? This is an Israelite girl singing her literal heart out, man. She's singing like she went through the civil rights movement, because she did probably. You know what I mean? She called hell. She's an Israelite, right? Singing like she marched on Selma. She's singing like she gonna stand up for us one day. She may. She just may. And that's why the scripture says in Revelation, and this is what gets a lot of wacky-tacky Christians, they can't understand this precept right here. Revelation 7 and 9. It says, and after this I beheld, the multitude from the tribulation. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude of which no man could number, of all nations, kindreds, and peoples, and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes with palms in their hand. Right? In the NLT it says, after this I saw a vast crowd too great to count, from every nation. Right? And Christians will believe that means that someone from every nation is going to be saved. It don't matter if you an Israelite or if you a heathen. That's not the case. These are Israelites that were scattered amongst these nations. Right? And after this I saw a vast crowd too great to count, from every nation and tribe and people and languages, standing in front of the throne and before the Lamb. They were clothed with white robes and held palm branches in their hand. And these are all Israelites that were what? Scattered amongst the nation. This is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 22. Ezekiel 36 and 22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, I do not slack you. Yep, I'll read it again. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, I do not this for your sake, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned. No, that's not it. I'm so sorry, brothers. Just bear with me, brothers. That was my fault, brothers. This is Ezekiel 37 and 21. It says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And this is lining up with Revelation 7 and 9. These are Israelites that were scattered amongst these nations, and they're not going to look like the stereotypical. They're not going to look like the stereotypical Israelite, so-called black, Latino, Native American. They're going to look like the nations that they were scattered amongst, man. And this is what Esau, he can't fathom, and Jake that in the world that think like Esau, they can't fathom, right? But we're telling you this. You're going to have Israelites coming out of every nation. You're going to have Israelites looking like small hats. You're going to have Israelites looking like Edomites, Moab, Ammon, you name it, bruh. You got Israelites there. In the spirit, if you are tuned in with the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, you'll be able to see that. This girl's an Israelite. She's an Israelite child right here, man. Getting down, right? Back in the NLT, verse 21, and give them this message from the sovereign Yahweh. I will gather the people of Israel from among the nations. I will bring them home to their own land from the place where they have been scattered. And that's where you see the Israelites standing in front of the throne of Yahushua, right? Being gathered, because He's going to take us all home. Starting, and that includes the governing body first. But then behind us, the governing body, Lord, we call it the elect. It's going to be the mixed multitude of Israelites gathered from out of all the nations, man. And so, just you seeing this Jake girl get down, man. It's beautiful. Man, that girl got soul, bruh. This girl got soul. I mean, soul, bruh. And no Edomite can sing like this, bruh. Right? So that say shalom on to the next.